I'm going to show you a couple ways to do a homemade stovetop member that is every bit as silky smooth as the stuff you get from a protein web. The reason that stuff is so smooth is because of emulsifying salts, usually sodium phosphate and or sodium citrate and or sodium phosphate and or phosphate citrate and or these have the effect of kind of unfurling the fat casein, which is then able to bind with both whey protein web and milk protein. It brings the two phases together into water and a thick, luscious sauce. One way to get your own emulsifying salts at home is to use processed cheese. There's actually enough sodium phosphate and citrate in here to emulsify a bunch more cheese and milk. So I'm going to use cheese and milk. Cheese, milk. That is so good, and it took 15 minutes. When the water is boiling, that goes in. I'm putting in a quarter of the box. Which happens to be the sponsor of this video. And speaking of textural contrast, homogeneous, panko is the crispiest. And I absolutely would just eyeball it.
I like my sauce on the thick side.
Heterogeneous texture.